Are you delusional that everything that's happening in your life is because of God? Or God is doing everything in your life? Are you delusional around that? Let's just talk about it. So, I so much wanted to, talk about this topic, and there is a lot that I want to talk about. I can feel that energy, and yet I'm feeling so, when there's a lot of energy you feel through coming out, then you also do feel a lot anxious, that you will be able to, put all of that energy or channelize all of that energy together. You will be able to put all the points together, connect all the dots, you know. Sorry about my throat today. So, and I'm feeling that anxiousness at the same time. So, what do we do with that? We surrender, right? We surrender that everything will come out at its own time, at its own pace, and all dots will be connected. Yeah. Okay. So, let me just now start with the video. So, yeah. So, many of the people are many of the people are not living the life that is, uh, many people are not living the life that God wants them to live, or is decided by God, you know but they just think that they are delusional about that they are living a life that that is ordained by God, you know but they are not. Okay. So, yeah, many of us are actually, humanity is right now under a sleep, under hypnosis. They don't realize that they are actually living their life ordained by devil. you know they just think that they are living a life ordained by God, but actually they are living a life ordained by devil. Now you will tell me that uh, no, I'm not talking about that, you're smoking, you're drinking, and I am not here to give any moral commandments, that, and I'm not here to list down some bullet points that these are the points. If you don't smoke, if you don't drink, then you are living a life ordained by God, and if you smoke and drink, then you are living a life ordained by devil. Life is not as simple as that. And yeah um, yeah so, and it is not about, I'm not here to give any moral lectures either, but I yeah. So, this is little vulnerable to share. Every time I share this, I feel it's very vulnerable to share, but I share it still. So, yeah, um, I went through sexual abuse in my childhood. So, um, so for for most of my life, I had lived in that trauma that I will never be able to save myself. Okay, that my self-esteem got crushed. My you know um, my self-trust got crushed, because I just always felt that I will never be able to fight the evil. I will never be able to fight you know the wrong stuff. I will be manipulated into it or something. So for most of my years, my teenage years, and even larger, that trauma always stuck me, that, so I never felt safe. I always, of course, the world has all kinds of forces. The world has godly forces. The world has devil forces. The world has all kind of forces in the world, right? But my trauma just made me see that everything is bad outside and I will never be able to protect myself. I went into fear mode, we went into survival mode for most part of my life. So uh, when I met my guru, Deep Trivedi, then he talked about this, about how you can be connected to God, or how you can be connected to spirit, how you can be in alignment with the universe. So there are different ways of saying the same thing. How you can be connected, how you can be in the 5D, okay, rather than 3D. How you can be in alignment with the universe, how you can be connected to God, how you can be connected to source, how you can be connected to the spirit. So all these are different names for the same thing. So yeah, I just wanted to talk around it. Okay. Yeah. uh yeah. So yeah, so when I met my guru and he talked about this, then I realized that so I saw hope that, oh, I can be safe as well. you know I mean, you know he would always say that line, अगर if you're connected to God, अगर तुम God से connected हो तो तुम इस प्रॉब्लम में फंसोगे ही नहीं, इस प्रॉब्लम में आओगे ही नहीं. It just brought a lot of hope in me, that single line itself. And for me, my spiritual process started there. Okay. I mean, of course, it had always been there, but when he said that, it started for me somewhere. Yes, it did started for me somewhere. Yes, along. I mean, in a big way. Okay. So he said that. So that was my hope of feeling safe. That was my hope of that you know I can be against and I can stand strong against it. My self-esteem had got really crushed. I started feeling that I will, I'm not that strong enough. you know I took up that self-image that I can be easily manipulated. I believe that self-image of mine. you know I built a self-image in my own self. you know so yeah, so and these are all subconscious beliefs that were always there inside me. Then I walked my path and I broke all these subconscious beliefs for myself. you know so what is like being connected to God? Is Can we really be connected to God? um, I would like, rather than saying it to God, I would want to say it that being in alignment with the universe. Okay. um, yeah, it's like being in alignment with the universe. So yeah, so okay, so मैं आपको अब एक एग्जांपल देती हूँ. I'm going to give you one example. Okay. And this example will help you clear out the difference between the 3D and the 5D. A life led by the programming, a life led by from here, and a life led from the point of view of 5D. Okay. Which is in alignment with the universe, which is in alignment with the God. Okay. So let's say जॉनी है, ठीक है. जॉनी मंडे टू सैटरडे तक काम करता है, ठीक है, लॉन्ग आवर्स तक काम करता है, ठीक है. नाउ इट इज़ वेरी अननेचुरल फॉर जॉनी, ठीक है, टू वर्क फॉर सच लॉन्ग आवर्स फॉर 6 लॉन्ग stretchy days, and we know with all this, wow, बी आ गई है. How do they? If you look at bee will flutter her wings so quickly, literally so quickly, and she's so still. while doing that. She left. She's so still while doing that. Very beautiful. I think she came because of the red color. She might have thought it might have been a rose or something. So let's say Johnny. Johnny works from, from Monday to Saturday for many long hours of the day, you know, and it is very unnatural for Johnny to work in that condition because humans beings, have a nature of being very creative. They want to do critical thinking, problem solving. Yes, that is there in their, workplaces, but not as much as a human potential, you know. So the workplaces, the systems we have right now are not at par, with the human creative potential, you know. And since Johnny has got the education from the from the school, which had a curriculum that was designed by Britishers actually wanted to destroy Johnny's country, you know and we're still working with that curriculum, Britishers curriculum, and Britishers always wanted to make us clerks. Britishers always wanted to make us administrators. You know, they didn't want us to use our thinking, our creative thinking. They never wanted us to think, and we still use that curriculum in our schools. So since Johnny never had a very creative, you know, uh, had any creative days in school, he feels that maybe that's how it is, And since many of his friends are also doing the same stuff, and nobody's questioning it, Johnny also thinks that it is fine, you know, to to be, um, yeah, to be not creative and just go about earning money, you know and earning money is important. I am not denying that part, that earning money is not important. But earning money is important for Johnny. But because he is programmed to think that way, and of course, to some extent, we all need it. But nobody is telling him that it's also important to feel the fulfillment of your work that you do, to enjoy the work that you do, that you don't even feel that you did the work. You know what I mean? If you know what I mean. Like when Johnny played cricket, he always loved playing cricket. So whenever he played that, he never felt like he played it, you know. So one thing is that. Then, then Johnny gets one Sunday, and then one Sunday, Johnny is programmed and ordained by devil to go to church. Okay, because he's told, he's programmed that he has to butter up the God as well. Otherwise God will not be happy with him and might take away his job, might do something bad to him because he never came to the church. He was not a religious man. He was not, you know. So the moral programming also took away, the Johnny's Sunday as well. Johnny's Sunday morning was also taken away by the moral programming of the devil. Devil will always morally program you. Because then it puts you into guilt, and you want to do it now. It uses your guilt and shame. Okay. Then the rest of the Sunday that Johnny has, now what he has to do is, now he has to you know okay, now he has to go to his friends. Okay, and he has a certain kind of a pressure to tell his friends how good his life is. Okay. So he buys a very expensive Rolex watch and he goes and sits with his friends and tries to tell him that he's living such an amazing life. He has such an amazing car, he has such an amazing watch, he's an expensive man, and everything like that. He has got all his life together. So, the afternoon Sunday goes into his, programming like that, and then, the leftover Sunday that he had, he starts to feel, okay, let's just change the gender of Johnny now, okay, according to our needs. So, let's say Johnny becomes Geeta. Okay, let's just call her Geeta for some time. So now let's say Geeta, uh, like Johnny has switched over to, let's just talk about the life of Geeta, okay? Now Geeta has the same life as Johnny. Now, since Geeta is, working in such a pathetic condition, from um, Monday to Saturday, she catches, a little, uh, she catches a little, she catches little negative feeling. She catches fear and insecurity very well because she's not fulfilled. She's not happy. It's easier for her to catch negative emotions, or to to catch up with insecurities and fears and everything like that. So so Geeta gets insecure, while reading a magazine. She sees, a lady, let's say, who has done certain face modifications, who has done certain body modifications, who has got certain treatments. And while seeing that magazine, Geeta gets very, uh, Geeta gets very insecure, and she feels that, she is not that perfect enough. She has to get her nose right, she has to get, things right about her. So, and I am not, um, also, Geeta, um, you know, everywhere there is a kind of a pressure on Geeta, you know, and everything in the world, the social media, there are other things that are trying to tell her that she is not beautiful, because people are actually programmed to see the beauty, when you, but rather, they are programmed, and programming is done by the evil, when you go into a forest, you don't see the beauty, right? You feel the beauty. You don't say this tree is hot. You don't say this tree is sexy. You don't say that, this tree is beautiful. You don't see it, isn't it? You just feel it. You just feel the greenery. You feel that greenery is very healing. You feel that nature is very healing, right? Human beings were always meant to feel the beauty rather than see it. We were always meant to feel it, our sixth senses, our sixth sense. But we were only taught about five senses. Why were we were only taught about five senses? Because evil wants us, to remain in our lower chakras, to remain in our pleasure senses. They just always want us to be distracted by pleasures and never look at, the void that is there. They never want us to look at, the fulfillment that we don't feel inside. So we are, ordained. uh, so yeah, she is, she is also very programmed to look at beauty, to see beauty with these two eyes. She's never been taught about her sixth sense. She is unable to feel the beauty. She is programmed to see the beauty. And I'm not against body modifications and face modifications, but we do need to realize that ultimately you are telling yourself that you are not beautiful, you know, and it's sad. They are telling you and you are believing it, yeah, we are believing what they are telling us to believe, and they are looking at us from our surface. But a woman is so much more than, you know you have your energies, bodies, you have your auras, but nobody is going to tell you about that. They want you to just know that you are body, okay? They never want you to look at your energy bodies or your frequencies or, see your auras. I mean, they're all, you all feel it, right? So, yeah. So now Geeta gets to a clinic and she gets her stuff done, and because she's caught up by insecurities. So the leftover Sunday goes in that, you know. Then then there is again now Geeta starts to feel very pressurized that, oh, and even sad that, oh, tomorrow is Monday and I have to go to work tomorrow again. She starts to feel very anxious and restless that again that same day has come. So to distract her restlessness, to distract from her anxiousness, she plays a movie. Okay, she plays a movie, and she distracts herself from her restlessness, from her anxiousness. Now many of you now you know why it is a cycle. Why do we say karmic cycle? Why do we call it a cycle? you know you it's a cycle. It feels very difficult to escape, because it had an origin point. You will keep moving in a loop. You will keep doing the same things again and again. And there is no way out, because we have to earn a living and everything. But there is a way out, is what I am trying to tell you in this video. We are living a life ordained by evil, okay? We are living a life ordained by demons. We are, and where is it? Where is this evil? Where is this demon? It's our own ego, you know. And yes, you were hypnotized into it, and you know we are very naive and innocent people, and we just believed all of those, in the name of development and everything. We have believed it. So it's time to wake up. you know it's time to wake up, because when you're sleeping and you have a really scary dream, what do? You wake up, right? You can't take that dream anymore. If you're 2 minutes, if you're two minutes into the dream, you saw something really scary, you will just wake up. That's what we gotta do. We gotta wake up, right? And there is a way out. I am saying that there is a way out of this. So we can live a life which is in alignment with the universe. Okay, how can we do that? How can we live a life which is alignment with the universe? So we can do that. Okay, first is to see the truth that how we are programmed into or how our shame and guilt is being used, how we are programmed to live for others. How we are programmed into distraction, how we are never taught about our sixth sense, why we are just always taught about our five senses. They want us to keep into our pleasure senses, with so I got to know about this. A new propaganda is out. Do you know about that? So there is this book, How We Are Raising Our Children, that is written by the same writers who wrote Snakes in the Ganga. So they have they've put this another propaganda out through this book, and I think I am also going to read it. Definitely, this book I'm going to read it. So they were talking about comprehensive sexuality education, that they're trying to so these so-called Western organizations, big organizations by the way, are getting into India and trying to introduce this curriculum, about comprehensive sexuality education, where and the same has always been tried in America as well. Few clips got viral last year. I saw a few parents talking about, what are you teaching our children about sexuality, what are you teaching about our children about genders, like so there was this video that had really got viral. Now they want it to penetrate India as well. So they are trying to teach our kids about weird stuff about they are really trying to distort sexuality. They're really trying to sexualize the content and stuff like that. So that book is a must read, I guess. So that's what they want. They still want that. We think that the war is over. The war is still going on. uh, it's just in other ways, right? So yeah, they have always wanted humanity to, they always wanted us to be in our lower chakras. They always wanted us to be in our pleasure senses, and never stay distracted, and never try to find God, never try to come to the sixth sense, never try to be intuitive, never try to be in alignment with God. That's what they want. and let's not get angry over this, because we are also choosing not to listen to our inner voice, because our neighborhood is also doing the same. तो ये ठीक ही होगा ना यार, है ना? तो rather it's an opportunity for all of us. See it as an opportunity that it's time to go deep inside and try to look what's the truth, and try to ask what's the truth. And among all these lies, among all these programmed lies, it's an opportunity for all of us. So what's the way out? How can we be in alignment with the universe? How can we be in the 5D? How can we be in connection to God, in connection to source, in connection to spirit, in connection to universe? So if first thing is that we need to see the truth, that how we are being programmed. Okay. Second thing is that, of course, the change is not going to be that easy, because the programming has been there for quite a long time. It's changing, it's going to be uncomfortable. Healing is going to be uncomfortable. Reaching back to God is going to be uncomfortable. But let's just not face away from truth. Okay, once you see the truth, it becomes really, really difficult to not do something about it. Trust me. It may not happen that quickly. So just fine, stay patient. It always happens very slowly. It may take years and years, okay, for you to come to that. Okay, so first thing is that you try to see it. I'm not saying leave your job, to leave everything and just no, I'm not saying that, right? I am not saying that at all. But at least Sundays, you can, maybe God wants you, or the universe wants you to visit your neighborhood park, walk barefoot on that garden, just talk to the trees, and just be there with the chirping of the birds. Maybe God and universe wants you to rest, over Sundays, not to stress, a little, and not even distract yourself. But you have to start somewhere, to understand this is a cycle. You do have to start from somewhere. Okay, take your steps little by little. Do not face away from the truth. Have faith that one day you will be on the other side of it. Okay, you will be out of the karmic cycle. Many people break these cycles for them, right? So you can also as well. Okay, and life has a way of always finding its way. So you gotta do that. Okay, yeah. So when you shed all these programmings, when you see that these are programmings, I know it is not easy to shed, but I'm sure out of the 4-5 things that you're programmed to do on Sunday, at least 2 things you will not do, slowly and gradually, maybe 4, maybe 5, and then you know, you will gradually, you know, come into the 5D, you will come into the alignment with the universe, you know, and you will, you know, in the 5D, in, you know, when you are in alignment with the universe, I completely feel that you are not the doer, you are not doing things, you are not doing things, you know, according to the programming or your subconscious beliefs and stuff like that. You are doing things, you know, you are being made to do things by the universe. You know, the places will call you, the situations, the people may call you, you know, um, yeah, things may call you, you know. So yeah, the 5D is like that, you know. Or you might be, you know, you might I also never knew that I like to paint. I never knew that in school. It's only later, you know, when I started to, you know, slowly and gradually make my shift into 5D, I started to realize, okay, I like this also. I never knew that I like painting. I hated art in school. I hated art in school because it was very, you know, it was very mechanical. I just like to paint, just like I like colors, and I like to paint with colors, and I like to draw something abstract, and, you know, I try to, you know, I just try to code. I like to do the coding into the paintings, you know. I like doing that, okay. But I never knew that, you know, because I was never given a chance to explore. So when I explored that in my adulthood and everything, so I found it, you know. So there might be many things that you don't even know, you know, that are ordained by God or that is in alignment with the universe for you. You don't even know it. So when you try to, you know, when you really understand the uselessness of the programming, you know, you you try to come into the 5D, you try to come into the alignment, you know, you try to connect to the source, you know. Maybe on Sundays God wants you to, you know, just go and visit, you know, the old, you know, the shelter home around you or something like that. You know, who knows, you know, what have you even asked yourself what do you feel called for? No, because in school also we were never given that respect, you know. We were never asked what you want to learn, what questions do you have about the world. You've just come into the world, you've just come onto the earth, what do you want to learn about? No, we adults just, what we did to those kids was we adults just put, you know, the content and things on their faces, that these are the five senses, these are the body parts, these are knees, these are toe, this is ABCD, this is 1 2 3. You just mug it up all, you never ask questions, you know. We will tell you what to learn, we will tell you how to go about life. You don't have to respect yourself that much. We really put that subconscious belief in our kids, you know. And those kids, when they become adults, they never ask those questions to themselves, what do you want to do, you know. We never ask ourselves what I want to do, you know. As easy as that. So yeah, I think I did justice to this video. And, you know, many people are living in 3D, many people are operating from their ego, and they just think that, oh नहीं, हमारी लाइफ में तो सब भगवान जी कर रहे हैं, ये सब हो रहा है ना, ये सब भगवान जी कर रहे हैं, this God is doing it. No, you have to, you know, for God to hold your hand, you also have to, you know, you also have to, you know, leave the hand of the devil, and at least, you know, you also have to hold his hand, you also have to at least try to move towards his hand, you know, God's hand, you know. So it just becomes very important for you to do that, right? It you know what I mean, if you know what I mean. That's just all I wanted to say, that, you know, we have to at least start seeing the truth, and that makes a lot of difference, you know. Don't be scared about seeing the truth, you know. We usually get very scared by seeing the truth. Dip into it, stay into it, and gradually your life will start changing, you know. It will happen, trust me, it will happen. It may take time, its own time, you know. The more the karma, the more you have worked against your own nature, the more time it's gonna take, you know, to get back to it. But it will happen for you, okay. But you need to understand that you also have to leave the devil's hand, okay. And for you to leave the devil hands, you will have to start to find your own truth, what you want, what you want to do with your life. Who are you? You know, what are your likes? Start with the small things. Maybe you want to eat golgappas on Sundays. Maybe God wants you to eat golgappas on Sundays. As simple as that. You know, Honestly, this concept was made to me very clear by the Trivedi ji. You can always have a look at his teachings. How he tells you to connect to God, and he has very simple teachings. Okay, as well. So his teachings really helped me in that. You can also look up to his teachings as well. So yeah, just that. I hope you like this video. Thank you for watching. You can like, you can share, you can comment. Thank you for watching. Hey, just wanted to add a small stuff to it that first we try very small. We try with these very small things. So as I said, I never knew that I like painting. You know, and then I never knew that I like these spaces. I I like to do that or like to do this. It starts very small, and gradually you know I got into alignment with the universe with major and big decisions of my life as well. It started to happen for me. I started feeling, I started connecting to my own higher self, my own soul, you know and I started to take big intuitive decisions. And yeah, it started to happen for me. you know but yes, you have to be very careful, because sometimes our mind tries to delude us. um, our mind is very delusional. you know so yeah, so you have to be very careful with that. Okay, and sometimes you just have to experiment with it. I knew that when I got my first intuitions, and when I was in the early stages of feeling my intuition and stuff like that, I was like, this is an experiment. Okay, because this is an experiment, let's just see if it works out. And it didn't work out, on a serious note, but I knew why it didn't work out. You know what I mean? Like, ultimately it's only you who knows. Okay, it's ultimately you who knows what you're doing, what's happening, how it's working. You know it. You have to build a connection with yourself. We have never been taught to build connection with ourselves. We were never asked what you like, what you want to do. We also never did that to us. We also worked according to the people, to society, the societal programming and stuff like that. So yeah, and gradually that shift can be made. So mic on है ना, right? So yeah, मुझे एक ये बात ज़रूर ऐड ऑप करनी थी इसके अंदर. That start with small things. Start by eating golgappas on Sundays, maybe. And yeah, gradually मैं एक और बात बताती हूँ. So how we are taught to stay in our senses, in our 5 senses. So for me, whenever, let's say, I'm meeting my friends or something like that, I am always meeting over food with them. Okay, but gradually, when I came into spirituality, I started realizing ki nahi yaar, and I was actually having food disorders as well. Then I started realizing ki no, we are exploiting Mother Earth. I mean, we should eat only when it's necessary. It's good for our body as well, and it's good for the Mother Earth as well. you know it's karma is always both ways. By exploiting Mother Earth, how can my body will not face the repercussions of it as well. It's always both the ways. So and I didn't knew that I like to stay in nature. I mean, of course I knew I like to stay in nature, but I just never thought around that, because I was just so programmed to I never I that question, or it just never came into the consciousness. So would go to these fancy, nice cafes, to eat and everything, and gradually realized the immaturity of it, and how it's even um, polluting my own body. And I would find a lot more fulfillment by being in nature rather, you know. So, yeah, that's just what I meant to say here. That slowly and gradually you can make that shift into the 5D, from your eating to, your sleep schedules. You will come into natural cycles of eating and even sleeping. And this has happened for me as well, And of course, these get disrupted as well. I have to keep a lot of patience with that. But, I yeah, I started feeling hunger at the same time, So I started coming into very natural cycles, okay, from small things to big things, My I started to come into alignment with the universe, you know. My body cycle. Wow, yeah, eagles. Yeah. So just got into very natural cycles, okay. Yeah. So yeah, from so I started feeling hunger at the same time, during this time I feel that, and I'll so that's what I just meant to say, that yeah, what do you feel naturally, what do you feel inclined to, so yeah, maybe started as small as listening to your simple music. Okay, what you're programmed to do on Sundays, just try to clear out your Sundays of your programming. Okay, at least Sundays, like you're programmed to do a certain stuff on Sunday. Rather, just choose to listen to your favorite song, favorite music, and it will start to gradually happen for you, you know. And of course, we do need courage, sometimes, but I'm sure you're going to make it. I'm sure you will make it. I'm sure you will shift from the 3D to 5D, and I know that you do have that courage. We underestimate ourselves a whole lot. We do underestimate ourselves a whole lot. We are not that weak, man. We are not that. We are very courageous people, and I hope you will make that shift. Thank you for watching.